Hello guys, good morning.
Good morning.
And is my screen is visible?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the previous session, it means that yesterday, we have covered practical demonstration on VPC and subnet. I hope you remember VPC and subnet. If someone is asking what is VPC in short term, we can tell logical isolation. Logical isolation in your public cloud, in your AWS cloud is nothing but virtual private cloud. But what is subnet? It's a logical partitioning, right? Logical partitioning across your resources, right? So that's nothing but your subnet. And if you want to understand this VPC and subnet, we also cover CIDR, right? Which is classless inter-domain routing. That will give you a block of IP addresses. Through that, you can able to divide. We can able to divide the IP address with help of a subnetwork. Right. So today we will talk about the one more terminology inside your VPC cloud, which is already I've covered actually when I cover the architecture of your VPC. So which is nothing but a route table. Route table. So what is a route table? What is route table? Anyone remember what is route table?
Yeah. It routing like public session or public server to GI, IGV,
Exactly. Yes,
network gateway.
correct. Yes, correct. So it will allow us, to make the communication between the public server with the internet gateway. Is that you are meaning, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Communication between the public server and the internet gateway.
Yes. For that reason, we have a route table. Route table act as a map. Route table act as a map between your public subnet within a VPC and the internet gateway. So in simple term, a route table, it will decide the route, right? It will decide the route. It will decide the route. When I say route, yeah, route. So how the traffic is flowing, that will be decided by, or how the traffic is distributing within a VPC. That will be taken by your route table. Consider whenever if you create any VPC, there is a route table. In default, you will get a route table. That route table, so I'm saying when you create an EPC, in default, you will get a route table. You will get the default route table. So that has an entry, which is nothing but destination. Remember, destination and target. destination, and target. So whenever you create any route table, it will give you whenever you create any VPC, it will give you a default route table. The default route table is also called as main route table. For a VPC, it will give you a default route table. That's nothing but your main route table. That main route table has an entry, which is nothing but your destination and a target. Destination and target. So if you ask me, what is the purpose of this destination and target? So in simple term, destination will tell what is the final end point where you need to reach. That's nothing but a destination. Suppose I want to travel from maybe one place to another place. Obviously, the place, that indicated by the destination. But the target is, what is my requirement? What do I need? Right? In case of your internet gateway, that's the person, he is going to give the internet, right? Then obviously target is nothing but your internet gateway. I can call target is nothing but internet gateway. But what is my destination? Sorry. My destination is internet gateway. And what is my target? My target is internet. My target is internet. So yeah, maybe we will talk more about this one. But as of now, remember, what is route table? If someone is asking, a route table decides the route. Route table decides the route. It will tell you how the internet it is flowing. So remember, whenever if there is a traffic inside the internet, let me add one more point. The traffic inside a VPC can be redirected, guys. For that reason, we need a route table. Traffic inside a VPC can be redirected. It means that the resources inside the VPC can communicate with each other. How? Because of route table. If we have a route table, the resources in between of your VPC can communicate with each other. And one VPC, when you create, that time you will get one default route table, which is nothing but main route table. And for a VPC, but you guys can able to create multiple custom route table also. If you want to create a multiple route table, yeah, of course, you can able to create it. But every route table has an entry, which is destination and target. Any questions so far? Is any question so far? Okay. So every subnet, remember, every subnet inside your VPC should have a route table, guys. Should have a route table associated with. Every subnet or all the subnet in your VPC should have a route table with it. Suppose, let me take an example. Suppose I have a VPC and VPC has multiple subnet. We can divide your VPC into multiple subnet. Consider you have one public subnet and you have a private subnet. You have a private subnet. Consider whenever you create a VPC, you will get one route table, which is nothing but a main route table. Whenever you create a VPC, you will get one route table, which is called main route table. The same way, when you create a subnet also, you will get one route table. Say here also you have a route table associated to public attached, or maybe consider like I am giving this name as public route table. It doesn't mean like that, but I am saying that public subnet have some route table, which is called a public route table. In the same way, private subnet has some route table. That is nothing but private route table. Private route table. Remember. So every subnet should have a route table associated with it. So VPC will get the default route table, which is called a main route table. And the public subnet, when you create, that will get one route table. Private subnet, when you create, it will get another route table. Any questions so far? Any question?
Dinesh, this VPC is by default, we get route table, but the public and private we have to create.
For public and private also, we will get a default route. No. For public and private, you are asking, do I need to create or will it create automatically? You are saying, right?
Yeah. Will it create or do we have to create?
No, we have to create.
Oh, okay.
Each route table should have a route. Each subnet should have a route table. Okay, let's understand by practical demonstration. Suppose I'm creating one VPC. This time, I'm not going with, this VPC and more. Let me select this VPC only. I will select VPC only. So give some name. Say this is VPC custom hyphen. Okay, VPC hyphen custom. Right, come below. And IP version 4 CADR manual input. That's fine. Let me take one cider 10.0.0.0/16. I have done. And IP version 6, which is no, okay. Tenancy, which is default. Let me create one VPC. It is enough. And I have selected North Virginia. That's also fine. Click on create VPC. And if I see one VPC got created in my VPC, I can see one VPC got created, VPC custom got created. Fine. Fine. Now let me copy this VPC ID and let me check, is there any subnet is available? Press enter. I don't have any subnet. So let me create a subnet also. Create a subnet and select my custom VPC. Custom VPC, come below. And you have to give the subnet also. Say custom hyphen subnet. Custom subnet. Now let me come below. And before that, actually, I need to show route table also, right? Let me go to the route table. If I paste this one, the VPC ID, when you press enter, can you see one main route table got created? Main saying that yes. So it means that whenever you create a VPC, automatically you will get a one route table. Say yes, it's a main route table. It's a common entry. It will provide you the target and destination. So if you want to see those information, can you see routes here? Click on this. And here you can see the destination and local. See guys. So what is the purpose of route table? So route table, it is to decide the route, right? It is to decide the route. And it means that So how the traffic is flowing inside your VPC. So who needs the traffic? If I ask you this question, who needs the traffic? Of course, you know, the resources needs the traffic. Then who will have the resources? How can I identify the resources? But with help of a cider block, right? That's the reason I'm saying destination. Destination is nothing but cider. Destination here, a cider, because cider needs the internet. Cider needs the public internet. So the traffic is flowing internally within a VPC. That's the reason the target is local. Target is local. It means that locally, internally, the traffic is flowing within a VPC, right? With the help of maybe a cider, right? So destination is the cider block and target is local. Will you able to understand? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, Dinesh.
Okay. See, it means that whenever you create a VPC, custom VPC, you will see a route table. That route table is a main route table. And inside the main route table, you can see two field entry, which is called destination and target. So destination is your cider block. Target, it is local within your VPC internally. Now, let me create a subnet also. Create a subnet and choose your custom VPC. And here you have to give the subnet name, say subnet hyphen custom hyphen. Consider this is my public subnet. Consider like it is my public subnet. And if you want to give any availability zone, you can give it, or you can go for no preference also. Automatically AWS will select one availability zone. And maybe let me select availability zone A. And IP version cider block. Say I'm giving 10.0.0.0/24. Like that, I'm giving some number. Then after that, let me click on create subnet. See, one subnet got created. And I have a VPC ID, right? Now, when I paste this one, see, this is the subnet got created. Suppose, let me create one more subnet also. Click on create subnet. And this is my another VPC and subnet name. The subnet name is, say, subnet hyphen just custom hyphen. Let me mark it as private. Then availability zone. Let me go with the same availability zone. And the cider block 10.0.0.0/24. I will make it. And click on create. What happened? I just overlap with the existing cider range. Okay, no problem. So let me make it 76. Okay, I made the mistake. 1 minute. So here you need to go for subnet calculator. Then here we have a 16, right? Let me open the 16 and I needed 2 division. So I can take this. Done. So there are 2 subnet I have created. So here, let me paste it. Your VPC ID and go to your subnet. When you paste this one, there are 2 subnet. One is one public subnet I have created. One is private subnet I have created. Let me copy the subnet ID and I will check is there any route table. Paste it. No route table. No route table. Consider only one route table, which is called default route table, main route table, which is called S. So for this, which VPC? For this particular VPC, let me copy this. Copy this. Yes, we have only one route table. But when you create a subnet, I don't see any route table and all. It will not create any default route table. Chaya, this is what you're asking, right?
Yeah, that was my point.
Okay, fine. Right. Now, okay. Now suppose, let me launch one EC2 instance, guys. I will launch one EC2 instance. And click on launch instance. And click on launch instance. So what I will do, and I will say this is EC2 custom VPC, custom VPC. Now I come below and I have selected the AMI and T2 micro and all, and then proceed without a key pair. And let me click on the network settings, and inside the VPC I'm selecting my custom VPC, and there are two subnet. Let me select the public subnet itself. If it is the public subnet, it requires the public IP address. For that, let me enable the public IP address also. Rest of the thing, you no need to worry. Directly you can click on launch instance. So now I can see an instance is up and running. Instance is up and running. Okay, let's wait for some time. So what I have done, if you ask me, what I have done, we have created one EC2 instance. Inside the EC2 instance, I have selected a custom VPC, not default VPC, custom VPC, and I have selected public subnet also. Now what I am going to do, I am trying to connect EC2 instance. I am trying to connect EC2 instance to understand what is happening. I'm trying to connect EC2 instance. See, let me click on this and I can see the connect. Click on connect and use the EC2 instance connect feature. Let me try to connect. So I'm trying to connect this EC2 instance. Yes. So what I'm getting, EC2 instance connect is unable to connect to your instance. Ensure your instance network setting are configured correctly for EC2 instance connect. So we are getting some error to connect to EC2 instance. Why? Because, we have selected the custom VPC. In custom VPC, we have a public subnet, right? Yes, of course, we use the public EC2 server only, correct? Public EC2 server. But this public EC2 server, if you want to connect, it requires what? It requires the internet, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? It requires the internet. So who will give the internet? That's a different story. But who will decides the route? Who will allow to send the traffic? Which is the route table, right? Yes or no? In default, yes, you will get the route table. That's fine. But this subnet, if it is required to get some internet, then obviously you have to map some route table. Each subnet should have a route table associated with it. So what I will do now, let me go here and I will create a route table also. VPC. Click on VPC and go to the route table section. Here we have only one route table, which is associated with your VPC. But for subnet, I'm going to create a route table. How? Let me click on this create route table. And you can give the route table name here. Say route table custom custom VPC hyphen subnet, which is public. Now, and select a VPC. And this is the VPC I am selecting. And after that, click on create route table. And we have one route table now. Let me create one more route table also. One more route table. So click on route table and click on create route table and say this is route table hyphen custom hyphen VPC hyphen subnet hyphen private associated with your private subnet. And let me select this particular VPC and click on create route table. Now, if I see a route table, there are two route tables I have created. So let me click on this VPC and I can select this VPC ID. And if I search this one, yes, we have two route table, which is two route table associated with your subnet. Associated with your subnet, but still, I didn't select the subnet and all. Only the VPC part that I have selected. See, suppose if you are clicking on this, and if you are clicking on this, now if we go to this route, here also you can see the destination and target is local. Still it is pointing to main route table only. And if I even give this one, this is also targeting a main route table. So this is a main route table. And if I go here also, and it is not a main route table, but the route, the traffic is flowing on your main route table only, because destination and target is same. Destination is a tider, target is local. Target is local. So far, any confusion? So far clear?
Clear.
Okay. Right. So we have a route table also now. Now what I'm going to do, the next step, we have a VPC, we have a subnet, we have a route table. What is the next step I'm going to do? I will create an internet gateway now. In the same way, in default, when you create an AWS cloud, only 1 minute guys. See, whenever you create any VPC, automatically you will get the route table also, main route table. In the same way, automatically we get the internet gateway also. Internet gateway also. This is your default internet gateway. Let me pass this VPC ID when you press enter. So let me, okay. Sorry, no. So it's for default internet gateway, right? So I'm pasting the wrong VPC ID. So where is VPC ID? This one. So if I copy this and go to the internet gateway, and when you press enter, you will get the internet gateway. It is a default internet gateway, but I need my custom internet gateway, right? So for that, let me click on internet gateway, and you have to give the tag also. Say internet gateway, which is custom. Internet gateway, which is my custom internet gateway. So let me click on create internet gateway. And you have to attach to this particular VPC. Further, you have to click on this particular option. Click on attach to your VPC, and you can select which VPC, this one, and click on attach internet gateway. That's it. So simply you can able to attach this internet gateway. Now, again, what you need to do? We have a VPC now, we have a subnet, we have a route table, and we have an internet gateway. But the route table, if you see in the public subnet, still which is public or private, which is public, still routes or traffic Destination is this one, target is this one. I need to update. How can I update? Click on edit route and you can add one more rule here. What is the rule? What is the rule that I'm going to add? Say suppose and I'm going to take whatever the traffic is coming to my network, to my public network, whatever the request is coming from outside, I'm going to add that particular rule. Very simple, listen. So the target is internet gate, IGW. Any IGW? No. Internet gateway. Yes, this is what. This is the internet gateway we have created. And what is the destination? The destination is your CIDR. So better, let me go to my EC2 instances. So click on this and take the public IP address and then go to your VPC and you can click on route table. And this is my public route table. Click on route and click on edit the rule. Let me add the rule. This is pasted. Okay. Then internet gateway auto select. Right. Save the changes. That's it. Now let me refresh the screen. We're still one minute, guys. Let me check this one. Okay, listen guys, sorry. So it's over the internet actually. So over the internet. So let me change the configuration to the over the network. So for the, so let me select this one and click on save changes. Yes. And now we'll see. Yes, this got selected for your internet gateway. And let me try to refresh this now. So will it connecting now? No. Why? It should connect. It should connect actually. Let's see. So EC2 Instance Connect is unable to connect. Ensure your internet network settings are configured correctly. So we have configured correctly only. So it's a public internet only. So the route table, which is public subnet, the internet gateway, it is also attached. Okay. Public subnet. Yes. Okay. I made the mistake somewhere. So I can able to connect this EC2 instance. So what I am saying, see guys, what I have done so far, I have created the VPC. I have created the VPC. Inside this VPC, I have created two subnet. As of now, concentrate on only this subnet, which is called a public subnet. And for in UPC, you will get the default routing table, which is called a main route table. Main route table. In the same way, if you create a public subnet, right, that also pointing to the same main route table. But what I'm doing, I'm creating another route table. Another route table in order to point into this public subnet. And then after that, let me try to connect my EC2 instance in the custom VPC. In the custom VPC, I'm trying to launch this instance. But when I connect this particular instance, I'm getting failure. Why there is a failure? It requires an internet, right? For that, I have created one internet gateway. I have created one internet gateway. So this internet gateway, it is attached to your VPC. And after that, in the route table level, I made two things. One is I have updated my internet gateway in the route section, and also I have selected the subnet also. Which is subnet? So this two things I have done inside the route table. Thereby I can able to allow the traffic. So whenever in your real time, right, when you the people they're asking to create a public instance, then you have to create the custom VPC, then custom subnet, and you have to create the internet gateway, and then you have to create the route table which should associate with the IGW and subnet, and you can launch your EC2 instance. Guys, are you clear?
Yes.
Or can I repeat? Can I repeat or you are clear?
You can repeat once, Nitin.
Repeat once. Okay. Let me repeat. No issues. Okay. See, suppose let me stop this instance. EC2. Go to this EC2. An instance is running, and let me terminate this instance. Terminate this instance. Okay, fine. And go to VPC and create a VPC. And I will create a VPC now. VPC only. It's my new custom. Hyphen VPC. So make it as 10.0.0/16 and create a VPC. After creating the VPC, let me create a subnet also. So I will select my new custom VPC and I will give the custom the number, this one, new subnet. Availability zone, I'm selecting no preference. So cider block, which is this one. Then create a subnet and create another subnet also. And selecting this one and create a subnet, which is new subnet 2 like that. No preferences. IP subnet calculator. Let me copy this and paste it over there. /17. So click on create subnet. So there are two subnet I have created associated with here. There are two subnet. Say consider this is my public and this one I'm considering as the private subnet. Done. Public completed, private completed. Now let me go to the route table section and I will create the route table also. Say route table. One is for public and another one is for private. So let me go to your new custom VPC and create a route table. And click on route table, create a route table and route table, which is for private, and select that particular VPC and then create a route table. That's it. We got the route table also. So I have created one VPC, two public subnet, one public and private subnet, one public route table and private route table, and create an internet gateway. Create an internet gateway and my internet gateway, say hyphen new, like that I have given. Then after that, clicking on create internet gateway. And I'm going to attach this to particular VPC, which is my new custom VPC, and click on attach internet gateway. Completed. Now, what you need to do, you have to go to the route table section. Inside the route table section, you have to tell where is your subnet and where is your internet gateway. For that, let me go to my route table. Any route table you can take it. Let me take public route table as of now. Inside the public route table, you have a route section, right? Here it is local and destination. Let me edit the route, add the route. And what is the route? Internet, and I'm going to choose internet gateway. And just to save the change. Internet gateway and select this and save the changes. In the same way, go to your route table, which is the public route table. Yes, public route table. Go to your subnet association. Edit the subnet association. You can give the subnet. Which subnet? I can go with the public subnet. Click on save changes. That's it. Now let me create an EC2 instance and launch your instance. And I will select some EC2. AMI, Tato Micro, without a key pair. Edit. VPC, new custom VPC. Subnet, I will select a public subnet. Auto assign public IP address, let me enable. That's it. Click on launch instance. Now I'm going to connect this particular instance. So this is the EC2 I'm connected. So it will take some time, we'll wait. So once it is running, let me try to connect. EC2, click on connect. Click on connect. Yes, I can able to connect to EC2 instance. This is what I mean. Patel, are you clear now? Others? Others? Everyone?
Yeah, Dinesh, it's clear.
Okay. So, okay, still we need to cover few things with related to internet gateway. Only I've covered only for public subnet. I didn't cover for private subnet and all. So tomorrow let's discuss. So only this thing you guys can practice. Fine. Any question?
No, it's clear.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Then we'll see tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.